I want you to think about those creative endeavors that help you create your thriving life moving forward, which becomes part of your own self-therapy. And when creating, I'm just give you some examples. You could create a beautiful garden. You could create a beautiful room. You could create a beautiful meditation scenario. You could create something very pleasant and functional for someone else. You could create an activity or something that makes you feel very engaged in the moment that you can do once a week, or you could do for a few moments in a day or a few times a week. And so that's why I mentioned gardening. So I'm just going to go with that as one example among many. You might choose, I'm going to give you a few more examples. You might choose to create driving elderly people to the grocery store, or reading to children who are blind, or, these are random acts of kindnesses, right? Or going down to your local church that matters to you and helping them clean up something, or helping to clean the beach, or helping to take care of pets that are being adopted in a pet adoption agency. These activities become your creative ways, not just random acts of kindness, but your creative ways of expressing love, compassion, creative, life-giving processes inside of you. You are a giver of life, and you create, and you're imaginative, and you have the power to do that. And even if it's really small, let's see, what would be a small thing? Writing a kind note to someone, a kind email to someone, baking cookies for a local activity, donating, going down to a local shelter and donating money in person, or clothing in person on a weekly basis. Again, they sound like acts of kindness, but what I want you to focus on is not whether or not it's helping someone as much as it is creating something. It's that creative expression. Remember, in the process of thriving, like I talked about in class number 1, the thriving is all about, who do I want to create moving forward? What is my forward moving creative creation that I want? And you're supposed to map it out for the year, and then for the months, and then for the week that you're facing, and then for the day. So what I'm saying is, on a once a week basis, you actually create a therapeutic time period. Maybe an hour, maybe 15 minutes, maybe a half hour, but probably no less than a half hour, where you say, I am now going to go and garden. I'm going to take care of the weeds in my garden. I'm going to till the soil. I'm going to make sure everything's watered. I'm going to get rid of the rust and complicated insects that cause harm. I'm going to help my garden. I'm going to create this garden. I'm going to help my garden. Now, here's what happens, is that inside of your neurowiring, inside your biochemistry, inside the memories of your past experiences, inside your own identity of who you are now planting in you that consciousness that you are a creative person who benefits yourself and possibly others in ways that produces something wonderful, something pleasant, something helpful, something healthy. You are a creator of good. And to be able to remind you, I'm a creator of good. That's what I do. I create good. That's a therapeutic process. And that therapeutic process that you engage in on a weekly basis of creating something good, maybe you're inventing, maybe you're writing a book, maybe you're going to prepare art materials for your child's elementary school art class, and you're preparing that. Maybe you teach art. Maybe you, see, I could go on with a lot of examples, but you do something that has a creative element to it. Now, that creative element can also be, I'm going to create this very clean location. Now, it's not just that you're cleaning as an act of the therapeutic moment of expressing, but you're actually watching yourself creating a beautiful space, an organized space. And you want to experience and identify with, look at what I am creating. This is my creation, how very satisfying that is. And that's the whole idea of these therapies in this particular class, finding something you can do for 30 minutes a week at the minimum that is your way of saying, I am not destruction. I am not cruelty, evil, and destruction and harm. I am also so much more than the harm and destruction that's been done to me. I will recover, and that I will thrive. And I will recover because I am invested in creativity of well-being, creativity of goodness. And I will recover my biochemistry by creating good. I will recover my brain wiring. I will recover my activities, my consciousness of what I can move into. I will recover the identity that I have of myself, that I can create good things. And that helps transform you as a form of self. Look what I can do moving forward. And that helps you be able to move from all of this recovery into, wow, I can take all this creative energy and thrive even more as I move forward.